Hey, you ever wonder what it's like to realize the people you trusted most have screwed you over so bad you're not even supposed to exist anymore? That's where my story starts, in the dark, in a chopper cutting through the night somewhere in a godforsaken corner of the world, my gut screaming that something's off, but my orders telling me to shut up and move. I'm Captain Sarah Connors, or at least I was, before they decided I was better off dead. It was supposed to be a quick in-and-out job. Me, my team, just three of us. Tommy Reed, my right-hand guy who could make a rifle sing, and Ellie Parker, sharp as a tack, always watching our six. We're special forces, the kind of crew that doesn't officially exist, sent to a nowhere village called Karif, way off the grid in some war-torn stretch of desert. Our contact, a guy who went by Viper, fed us scraps. Grab intel from a safe house. Don't talk to locals, be ghosts. For hours, that's all we had. Get in, get out, don't get seen. The chopper's blades are thumping, my night vision goggles are fogging up, and I'm sitting there, stomach twisting, not from the turbulence, but because Viper's briefing was sketchy as hell. No maps, no specifics, just a pin on a GPS and a "you'll know it when you see it." Tommy's checking his mags for the third time. Ellie's staring out at the black void below, and I'm thinking, this feels like a setup, but orders are orders, right? We hit the ground half a mile out, moving like shadows through scrubby hills, boots barely whispering on the sand. I've done dozens of these ops, but that night, my gear felt like it was dragging me down, like the dark was heavier somehow. We reach Karif's edge, and it's dead quiet. No dogs, no voices, no kids crying. Just this eerie silence that makes the hair on my neck stand up. I signal the team to hold, my fist in the air, and whisper into my radio, "Viper, this is Sparrow. Village is a ghost town, requesting permission to pull back." Static hisses. Then Viper's voice cuts through, sharp, almost pissed. "No, Sparrow, the intel's critical. Safe house, Redgate, move now." My training's screaming to trust my gut, but I signal Tommy and Ellie forward. We creep to this little mud brick house, Redgate like Viper said, but then I see it fresh tire tracks in the dirt, big ones, military grade, recent. "Viper, we've got signs of hostiles." I whisper, my hand on the gate's handle. Before I can say another word, the world explodes. Gunfire rips through the night, muzzle flashes lighting up every window, every rooftop. The red gate splinters, bullets tearing through it. Tommy goes down hard, blood blooming across his chest, and Ellie's scream gets swallowed by the chaos. I dive left, a grenade lands too close, and the blast throws me into the air like a rag doll. I crash through branches, pain exploding in my ribs, my shoulder, my leg snapping with a sickening crunch as I hit a rocky gully. Above me, boots crunch, voices shout local dialect, but then, clear as day, American English. "The woman, don't let her get away. Viper needs proof she's dead." My blood runs cold. "Viper, our guy, sold us out. But why? Who's paying him to erase us?" I lie there, legs screaming, blood pooling under my face from a gash on my forehead, playing dead as flashlight beams sweep the gully. "Just rocks down there," one of them says, his accent thick. "If she fell that far, she's toast." Viper wants bodies, though, all three. They move on, assuming the explosion scattered me to pieces. I don't move for hours, biting my sleeve to keep from screaming as my broken leg throbs. Dawn breaks, and the truth hits like a freight train. Tommy and Ellie are gone, my radio's smashed, my GPS is junk, and I'm 300 miles behind enemy lines, officially a ghost. Viper made sure of that I don't exist anymore. But as I drag myself deeper into the gully, one thought keeps me going. Viper thinks I'm dead, and that's his first mistake. I'm alive, and I'm coming for him. The next few days are a blur of pain and survival. My legs busted, bone grinding with every move, and the cut on my head starting to fester, drawing flies. But the real threat's the hunt, organized, professional, like wolves with radios and dogs. I hide under a fallen log, watching a six-man team sweep the gully, moving like they've done this 100 times. "Command, this is Hunter 1. Their leader says into his radio. No sign in grid 5, moving to 6. Then Viper's voice crackles back, cold and greedy. "Keep searching, $25,000 for proof of death." My jaw tightens. He's not just covering his tracks. He's turned me into a payday for every mercenary in the region. I grew up in Montana, running through forests with my grandpa, a Green Beret who taught me how to survive when the world turns against you. The wild's your friend if you know its secrets, he'd say. That, plus 3 years in PsyOps, taught me how to think like the enemy, turn their confidence into a weapon. Rule 1. Become invisible. For 2 days, I study their patterns, grid searches by day, checkpoints on roads, patrols slacking off at night. They're cocky, thinking a wounded woman's no threat. Big mistake. On the 3rd night, I make my move. 2 guards always stop at an abandoned barn to smoke, rifles slung loose. I wait in the shadows, my combat knife ready. The first guy doesn't see me coming. My blade finds the gap in his armor, and he drops silent. The second turns, but I'm already on him, my arm choking him out till he goes limp. I strip their gear, antibiotics, morphine, a map with their search grids, and a radio tuned to their frequency. Jackpot. For a week, I'm a ghost in their system, using their own radio to stay 1 step ahead. They search east, I'm west. They block roads, I'm crawling through ravines. The radio chatters gold, they're getting pissed, 3 days with nothing, and some are doubting I survived. But Viper's voice keeps them going, promising more cash. She's out there, he snaps. American Spec Ops don't die easy. I smirk, slathering antibiotic cream on my head wound. He's right about that, but he's about to learn just how hard I'll fight to stay alive. Then I hear it, Vipers coming to a compound near Karif to meet local warlords running the hunt. It's a fortress, razor wire, watchtowers, the works. But I spot a weakness, a drainage pipe under the fence, half forgotten, probably pre-war irrigation. That night, I crawl through 50 yards of muck, my legs screaming, morphine barely keeping me sane. I'm not here to kill Viper, that's suicide, but to plant a bug from the radio's parts near his meeting room's vent. What I hear changes everything. The Americans were too close to our deal, Viper's saying, voice low, to someone I can't see. That team stumbled on our weapons pipeline. Had to erase them before they reported back. Connors is still out there, but even if she makes it home, who's gonna believe a dead woman? She died in a chopper crash 3 weeks ago, we made sure of it. My heart stops. I'm not just betrayed. I'm erased, a ghost in every system, my own government holding a memorial for me. But Viper's scared enough to show up here, which means whatever we were after is worth killing for. I've got proof now, recorded proof, and as I crawl back through that pipe, I feel something new, hope. 2 weeks in, I'm fading, infections back, my legs a mess. Fever's got me seeing Tommy and Ellie in the shadows, whispering I failed them. I'm aiming for an old clinic when my leg gives out, and I collapse in a courtyard, thinking it's empty. Then I'm staring up at a woman with a rusty AK-47, her eyes hard but curious. American, she says, her English clipped. You're the ghost they're hunting. I reach for my knife, but she shakes her head. If I wanted Viper's money, you'd be dead. I'm Layla Hassan, and my brother was killed for saying no to Viper's crew. You're my enemy's enemy. Over 3 days, she nurses me back, antibiotics, bandages, real food, and tells me about her network, not for runaway slaves, but for soldiers, reporters, anyone stuck behind lines. They've been moving people for years, through safe houses nobody'd suspect, brothels, schools, even morgues. You can't move like a soldier anymore, Layla says, holding up hair dye. Viper's got your face everywhere. But a pregnant refugee? Nobody looks twice. It's genius. They turn me into Amina Khaled, Layla's niece, fleeing an abusive husband. A fake belly hides my knife and the recording. Makeup and black dye hide my blonde hair. Layla teaches me to walk like I'm carrying a kid, slow and careful, never meeting soldiers' eyes. The first test comes fast. Viper's men raid Layla's street, waving my photo. I'm in the corner, headscarf on, fake belly in place, crying as Layla yells about family shame. The soldiers barely glance at me. At the next safe house, a brothel in a border town, I pose as a working girl, heart pounding as Viper's lieutenant checks the place. New girl? He asks, eyeing me. My niece, the madam says coolly. Pregnant, not working till the kid's born. His gaze lingers, but I keep my eyes down, hand on my belly, and he moves on. Each stop's a new kind of hell. At a morgue, I lie among corpses during a sweep, rats crawling over me, my breath shallow to stay dead. At a school, I teach English to kids whose dads are Viper's officers, their voices in the halls talking about the American terrorist. But the network's got heroes. Dr. Kareem, who fixes my leg proper. Jamal, a cab driver smuggling intel in his spare tire. Even some of Viper's guys, sick of hunting me for cash. Then, at a refugee camp, everything shifts. Layla shows up, face grim. One of their contacts cracked under torture, spilling safe house locations. As we prep to run, I overhear refugees whispering about Viper's real plan, not just me, but a massive attack on 3 camps and a UN station, thousands dead, all pinned on me as a terrorist. I look at the kids playing, the families with nothing left, and I know running's not enough. We have to warn them, I tell Layla. Impossible, she says. We barely have time to save ourselves. But I'm done running. Then we fight, I say, and after a long look, Layla nods. My brother would have liked you. He believed some things are worth dying for. The attack hits at 3 a.m., Viper's forces cutting comms, tightening a noose around the camp, 200 men, heavy weapons, no prisoners. From the medical tent, I watch through night vision, reading their moves like a playbook. This isn't a hunt. It's a slaughter, and I'm the excuse. But we're ready. Layla's network turned the camp into a trap. Hidden weapons, escape tunnels, a radio system Viper doesn't know about. Dr. Kareem's moving families underground. Jamal's cabbies are hitting supply lines. I'm the bait, holding the line so civilians can escape. When the mortars start, our shelters hold, and I give the order. Phase 1, go. Our ragtag crew teachers, moms, mechanics fights like hell, not for glory, but for their kids. I hit Viper's frequency, using the call sign his men whisper. Viper, this is Ghost Actual. Come get me. He's livid. Connors, you should have stayed dead. I laugh, bitter. Being dead's got perks, like recording every word you've said for a month. Silence. He knows I've got him, his betrayal, his arms deals, his plan to kill civilians, all on tape. I broadcast it everywhere, military channels, news, even civilian radio. The world's listening. Then we hit them where it hurts. Jamal's charges blow Viper's ammo dumps, and our people strike like ghost comms posts, trucks, command units. But Viper's all in now, tanks and choppers closing in. I've got one last play. An emergency beacon I've carried for 67 days, not for rescue, but to mark the camp for friendly forces. The broadcast tipped them off, and American choppers roar in just as Viper's men breach the camp. I'm caught in the crossfire, running for the escape point when a sniper's bullet rips through my shoulder. I hit the dirt, and there's Viper, standing over me, pistol ready, face twisted. 67 days, he sneers. You should have stayed dead. I cough up blood, grinning. You never learn, do you? Never corner a ghost. My hand's on the detonator I've carried since the siege started. The blast takes out his whole command post, Viper included. I'm thrown clear, barely alive, as our forces secure the camp. I wake up 3 days later in a hospital, body broken but breathing. Every civilian, 800 souls made it out. Viper's network's done, his deals exposed, his allies running scared. The Underground Railroad keeps saving people, and my team's names, Tommy and Ellie, are cleared, their families told the truth. The doctors say I'll walk again, maybe with a limp, and there's talk of a Medal of Honor. But as I stare out at the mountains, I know this isn't over. There are more Vipers out there, more people trapped, waiting for a way home. I've walked out of hell once, and I'll do it again, as many times as it takes. So what do you think? Was it worth it, fighting for people who didn't even know my name? Or should I have just run? Drop a comment. Tell me what you do when the world says you're a ghost. Do you fade away? Or do you haunt the bastards who made you one?